Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Jessica. This is the Jessica Diaries, my little corner of the internet where I talk about what I want, when I want. I'm not putting myself in a box. I create the content that I like first and foremost, and I'm just happy for those of you who are here along with me for the ride. Today, what you're gonna get is a little bit of nostalgia because believe it or not, and I'm saying believe it or not because it's still like hard for me to believe, my 20th high school class reunion is this weekend. Crazy. I decided in celebration of this reunion, let me go through my senior book and just kind of talk about what it was like back then. So that's what we're doing today. I have my book here. In high school, my senior year, I actually had 2 jobs. My mama was like, look, if you want all this stuff, you gonna have to pay for it. You got a job, that's what you got a job for. So I decided not to pay for the senior book. Got my yearbook, but I decided not to pay for the senior book and I made my own because your girl was crafty. And my friend Kayla, who we'll see in the book, she came by and we were looking through it. She was trying to get some pictures and she was like, girl, you got all this stuff? I have a lot of great photos because the person that I am today doing video content, we weren't doing video back then, but videos, photos, documentation, I've always been that girl. So I got a wealth of memories captured in this book. Surprisingly, this book survived. Even just the thought like this book is 20 years old is wild. Like it's been through some things. I'm missing the front cover. I'm missing the strings that it was in, but this book is 20 years old. That's wild. Let's just get into it. Of course, my husband calls me when I start filming. Can I call you when I'm done filming? I only got a few minutes. All right. So I decided to make my book, but what I did was I looked at someone else's book and just kind of copied the pages that I wanted to, you know, include in my own. So I bought this at Dollar Tree, actually. Dollar Tree used to have these big scrapbook things because scrapbooking was the thing to do. And I think it was $1, maybe, I don't know. Let's get into this book. This is the cover page. It just has my name, some things about me, my birthday, pictures of me as a teenager, and then of course childhood pictures with like my nicknames. I've always been called Jess, Jessie, Shay. That's all my family members call me Shay. Jessie May, my mom called me that. May Pop, my great grandfather called me that. So that's what this page is. And then I don't know if all of these are in order, but this next page is called the Scorpio Child. So back in high school, I was really like into Zodiac, and just because I felt like everything that people said about Scorpios kind of fit me. It says your child, so this is the Scorpio child. Your child, the Scorpion, likes to live in a world of truths. Ooh, facts. A Scorpio child likes to visualize the completion of her mental and physical efforts. She has an inner vision of the soul that can see beyond illusion. This is so me. Like, this is me. How was I this in tune in high school? Crazy. Scorpios tend to be secretive. Parents and people must earn their trust. This child has a tendency to go to extremes and to be diverted from their goals. Facts. Scorpios do not easily comply with the wishes and dictates of others. Facts. This child is the most magnetic of all the zodiac children, always attracting the admiration of the opposite sex. I don't know about that. Scorpio children are noted for their effervescent humor and their attractiveness. Whether they are tall, short, dark, or light, they still attract people. They are quick, restless, and tireless workers. The Scorpio child is talented in promotion activities, writing, designing, modeling, and acting. Now where I'm at in life, I'm really not into the zodiac. I have differing opinions about it now. But back then, baby, I was team Scorpio. So this is more pictures of me, baby pictures. I was on the dance team for high school. Captain one year. I don't know if was it my senior year? I don't know. I really can't remember. But these are just different pictures of me. It's amazing how much my daughter looks like me. Like, it's crazy. I can't always see it because I feel like she looks like her dad, but looking at my baby picture, she looks just like me. More pictures of me. So I guess the beginning, I was just trying to set the tone of like me, who I am, what I look like, what I love. So this page, it has pictures from different aspects of my life, from middle school to high school. I wore braces in high school. I think I may have gotten them out by 10th grade, but this is just like a bunch of little pictures. My mama used to be so mad that I would cut up all my pictures, but like I said, I loved scrapbooking. So there's a photo of me in my bedroom. You see all my little trinkets and things up there. This was Jessie as a teenager. I was always writing. You see like the 2 pictures of me in my bed. I have notebooks. That was like my thing. I used to write novels in my notebooks, my spiral notebooks, my binders. I just have always been a writer, a communicator. Like, I just feel like I was made to do that. And so I did it. I used to be a model. If you are from Jackson, Mississippi, let me know if you remember Misha's Models. I was their youngest model. This was a fashion show from 2003. I was 15. Do I look 15? Heck no. I'm surprised my mama let me do this, but this is so crazy. Like, my mom was strict, but she also, like, whatever crazy dream I had or crazy thing that I wanted to do, she was down. She let me do it. So there's a photo in the middle where I was in a teen pageant at 17, Miss Mississippi teen pageant. I actually won a distinction at that pageant. I didn't win the overall pageant, but I won a distinction. That's all my hair too. Like, this was a good time. I really wanted to be a model. These are Jessica facts. So this is, according to me, in 2006, my favorite movie was Juice. Still one of my favorites, but like my all-time favorite is Coming to America. But back then, I could see it being Juice. My favorite scent was Warm Vanilla Sugar by Bath & Body Works. My favorite TV shows, America's Next Top Model, CSI, Grey's Anatomy, Jimmy Kimmel Live. I used to love watching Jimmy Kimmel. I think that's kind of where I got my desire to like be a talk show host, because there was something that I really wanted to do. Favorite car, Ford Mustang and the Dodge Charger. I actually got a Mustang when I graduated. My worst habit was raising my voice. Favorite pastimes, reading a good book, writing in my journal, writing letters, absolutely still. Something I cannot live without, black eyeliner. It's crazy. I used to be that eyeliner girl. I don't even wear eyeliner anymore. Something I know I'll never do, smoke cigarettes. Facts. I'm 38 years old and I have never ever smoked a cigarette in my life, so I knew that I would never do that. Oh, my classmates describe me in one word. I have unique by Quincy Morris, complex, Jonathan Priester. Someone wrote America's Next Top Model, because I said describe me in one word or phrase. Friendly, Misty Harrison. Intelligent, Michelle Hill. Lovely, Chuck Norris. Like, what the fuck? Virtuous, Crystal Jones. I wonder where Crystal is. Soon to be famous. Always smiling, Rebecca J. Blessed, yes. Real, Amy Montez. Misunderstood, Alexis Thomas. Girl, did they misunderstand me? What did you know that I didn't know? I went to Murrah High School in Jackson, Mississippi. So this is like the intro to senior year officially. So it says, on August 8th, 2005, I walked through the doors of Murrah High School for the umpteenth time. However, this time was different from the rest. I came through those doors as a senior. Yes, as Mrs. Walter said, we have arrived. My first day as a senior was disappointingly uneventful. The new block scheduling makes it hard to pay attention for 90 minutes. I was sort of excited to see my classmates, but for some, it seemed way too soon. Most of my classes are with people I don't normally talk to, which is a good thing, I guess. Our principals are the same, overly concerned with the dress code rather than the education of their students. I have very high expectations for this year. I plan to do nothing but the best and focus on my future, but at the same time, I want this year to be the most fun. I'm kind of afraid to even think about what the future holds, so I have to make the best out of the present. One day down, many more to go. I'm almost certain that I wrote this at the law firm that I worked at after school. And this is just a picture of me and some of my friends on the first day of senior year. I think it's so beautiful that many of us, we did what we said we were gonna do. And you can see that we were already kind of operating in our purpose and our gifts back then. And it's just so amazing to me to see. And that's one of the things that really drove me to participate in the reunion, because I've ran into classmates who were like, I'm not going. I don't want to go. I don't talk to anybody. And I feel like that really kind of misses the point, because, you know, that was 20 years ago. Of course, none of us probably really talk to each other, especially if we've moved around. So the point is to reconnect and just celebrate how far we've come. Oh, it's just beautiful to see that we've always been kind of operating in this space in our gifts, and that we were just really certain of who we were. This is my class schedule. These are some pictures of us at work. I think this top one is when we were like filling out our graduation stuff. This pink and white, it says gold, silver, diamond, and pearls. These are maybe this was like the senior girls shirt or something. Our student offices, I was part of the student council. I was the treasurer. Like, I tried to do everything that I could do. I was very active in high school. So the cost of life, this is wild. I have a gas receipt here from 2006. Gas was $2.74 a gallon. Would love to see that. Manicures were $30. So the most talked about things in '06, Hurricane Katrina, that was wild. Hurricane Katrina was a big deal because we had, with us being in Mississippi, we had a lot of people from New Orleans and the surrounding area come to our school. So we all were talking about, also it says most talked about in '05, '06 because of course the fall semester was in 2005. We have the war in Iraq. We did not have a homecoming pep rally. I'm sure we did something to not have it. Gas prices were talked about. That's wild that we were complaining and talking about gas and it was $2.74. Frank Melton, if you know, you know. FEMA, ATL being the movie. Everybody was talking about the movie. 3 6 Mafia winning an Oscar. Ear stapling, I don't even remember what that is. And how divided the class of 2006 is. Were we divided? I don't really remember that, but I guess that kind of tracks because I think it's kind of been the same as this reunion has been put together. OMG, the steam room grill. A steam room was like my first job that I had to apply for, and I got one of my friends from church put me on. I was there for a long time. Those people there like literally got to see me grow up. So it says I earned $8.50 an hour, which is crazy because some people still earn it 20 years later. That is wild. Ups and downs. The ups, I get to network and meet new people. My job really isn't that hard and I get a discount on the food. So the networking was a huge thing that I feel like helped me a lot, like career-wise and in college and just being able to move around the city because Steam Room was a fine dining restaurant. So a lot of people like senators and business owners and just who's who of Jackson, those people came through Steam Room. So they would see me there at the hostess desk. I was always really chatty and personable. So I met a lot of people that I still have relationships with today. And I think honestly that played a big role in how I was able to maneuver and make things happen for me by knowing those people. So your jobs, make them count. Make them count. I also worked at a law office. I was like their admin. I got that job through one of my church members who was one of the attorneys at the law office, and I made $6.50 an hour, which is criminal. But it was cool for being a teenager, and I had 2 jobs. I really did a lot of like filing, copying. I would organize like the attorney's notes. I picked up things from all of the jobs that I had, but the law office was really helpful in helping me learn how to be professional, like with paperwork. I still organize notes and take notes the way that I saw the attorneys do it. So these are my family pictures. So we have my grandmother, my cousins, my dad, my aunt, my brother, my uncles. I have the same smile as my grandmama. It's crazy. You can see me in this picture. I had on my dress up clothes. We used to wear like dress up clothes, work clothes, business clothes, like just casually. This side is mostly my mom's side. My aunt Pat, rest in peace, she passed away in, was it 2024? Yeah, miss her so much. I really miss her. Just seeing her face smiling. My sister, so I dedicated some pages to her. We were always together, always doing stuff together. She was often with my friends and I. Friends, speaking of friends, my friend Kayla, we got Adam on here. So these were basically the people that I was around the most. I have a throwback picture of me and Davida in elementary school and then us as seniors. This is more pictures of my friends from the senior picnic and being on the school bus. I think that was when we were going to our picnic. Kayla was throwing a party for her birthday. She has the most lit birthday because her birthday is on New Year's Eve. So she always is doing something. She actually had a flyer. This is just more pictures. This was a picture after we got kicked out of a basketball game. More pictures. DJ T Money. Shout out to DJ T Money. He still DJs. These are just, I guess, random pictures. Somebody cut my pictures. I don't know who did that, because I didn't do that. I would never do that. This is what our flyers look like in 2006. Graphic design, who? We ain't have all that. But we got it done. We got the word out, okay? This is Spirit Week. So these are some of my friends. I guess this was when we went to the bowling alley. Senior Citizen Day. These are more pictures from Spirit Week. So we had a white tea day, a professional day, Senior Citizen Day, Orange and Blue Day, Concentration Day. What was that? Blue and Silver Day. So these are just some of the photos from that week. Look at Davina and Jessica dressing as old ladies. And then that had to have been Blue and Silver Day. So like, as y'all can see, I was around the same people. This is our football game schedule. Check me and Dreads out. We called him Dreads back in high school. But my husband is actually related to him. They are cousins. This was like the big game. So if you're from Jackson, you know anything about high school rivals, Murrah and Callaway are huge rivals, or at least they were. I don't know what it is like now. That was our first game of the season. So I have a little write-up. This is from August 26, 2005. I got in so much trouble when I got home because someone called my mom and told her my stomach was out at the game. Back then, parents didn't play that. You know, the high school girls wear their stomach out now. They wear crop tops and stuff. And I mean, mine, I did have a little bit too much showing. Just looking back, I wouldn't have wanted my daughter dressing like that. In hindsight, I shouldn't have done that. And I paid for it. I got in big trouble for that. I ain't get no whooping or nothing like that, but I got in trouble. Another big thing at our school was student parking lots. So this was my parking spot. Actually, I didn't get to claim a parking spot. I did a step. So baby, as soon as you walked out the parking lot and walked up to the door, you was gonna see my name. Senior Skip Day. This is the attendance record for Senior Skip Day. This is the flyer. It says, "Attention seniors, we sat in class when we wanted to dip, but no need to worry now. It's time to skip." October 12, 2005, all seniors should meet at IHOP on I-55 at 9 a.m. We will also be going to the fair at 12 p.m. For those on work study, don't come to school first. That wouldn't be skipping. Make sure this is kept between seniors. I don't know who was writing these flyers, but it wasn't me. So these are just some pictures of us like slacking off in class. Everybody was on their phone. Look at all the flip phones. So homecoming, I actually won homecoming queen. And I'm gonna be honest, y'all, this is when I would say that I really tapped into my PR bag, communications bag, because around, I don't know if it was like this time, because this is in the fall, but I was trying to figure out like, what did I want to do after high school? Part of me wanted to be an attorney, like an entertainment attorney. I wanted to have my own business. And of course, I still like had my passions. And I remember somebody telling me, for you to like find your purpose, you need to mesh what you're naturally good at and something that you're interested in. And that, along with a career test, put me with communications and marketing and PR, which is the industry that I am in. And it is the perfect fit for me, especially how it has evolved into what it is today. But I tapped into that for homecoming, and I really feel like that's what helped me win, because I did flyers. Do I have them on there? I had different types of flyers. Like here's one where I said, "Vote Jessica Simeon for your homecoming queen." I put a picture of myself on there. Here's another version of it. I told y'all I put that law office to work, okay? I have the flip, like we had a homecoming tea at Julep. I loved Julep. And I was on the homecoming court my junior year as well, but my senior year, I took that queen title home. That was a huge highlight of my senior year, winning homecoming queen, because you know, you go out for something and you don't know if you're gonna get it, and just to win it, that was amazing. Do y'all recognize this face right here, Laborious? She's actually going viral right now. She's married to Marvin Sapp and people been talking about her and her sermons. She was my classmate. Oh, I was just so cute with my natural curls. And that's another thing. Back then, we wasn't wearing weaves, like wigs and stuff. We wore our natural hair and it was just so cute. We still look like teenagers. Basketball season was huge. I still have a ticket from the, what is this? It just says JPS High School basketball ticket, Bell South. Y'all remember Bell South? Prom '06. Prom, before prom, I went to the movies to see ATL, went to the mall so I could return my jewelry. I guess I didn't like the jewelry that I picked out. We met Brandon at the car wash so we could clean the cars, went to pick up my dress and went back to our house. We drove, so I did have a high school sweetheart. I ain't gonna talk about him. I'm trying not to even show him. We went to prom together. So that's basically all these pictures. I'm gonna see if I can blur him. But we got a silver collage picture frame as a prom favor. I got home between 2:30 and 2:45 a.m. I cannot believe my mama let me stay out that late. So the worst moment was standing in the picture line for a little over an hour. I actually had my prom dress. Let me see if I can cut his face out. Close it. I had my prom dress custom made. At the time, like, I was obsessed with Beyonce. This dress was like a replica of her dress in Cater to You. And one of my coworkers in Steam Room was a dressmaker and he made this for me and he did a damn good job. My favorite feature was the back being out. Like, he did a great job. Look at Brittany. I looked good. I still have our picture, our like flyer from prom. I have all of this stuff. Look at the white boys. We had white boys at our school. This was our senior picnic. This was before the picnic. We met up in the auditorium. You see the pictures. And we ended up going to LaFleur's Bluff Park. We was kind of disappointed. We thought y'all at least gonna take us down the highway or something. They literally took us down the street. So I guess we did go to the bowling alley as well. We all pretty much still look the same. We made the best of it because that's what we do. We dance. Look at me and Dres. I didn't realize like me and Dres was that cool back then. Oh, this is High School Sweeps on her page. We gonna skip that. Looking ahead. Now this is the part that just made me say, wow. I put my career will be a public relations specialist. I actually have 2 degrees in PR. Well, I have 1 degree in mass communications with an emphasis in PR. And then my master's degree is in public relations. I like a yearly salary of $150,000. Not there. I should be, but I'm not. One day, still waiting on that. Marriage outlook, it says I like to be married by the year 2014. I did not get married until 2019. My husband and I met in 2015, so I was a little off there. But listen to this, y'all. Family plans, I would like to have 2 to 3 children. Hopefully 2 boys and 1 girl. Y'all, I have 3 children, 2 boys and a little girl. That is speaking it into existence for your ass. It happened. It says my goal in life is to be a successful African American woman. I would like to inspire or influence someone's life positively. I feel like I've done it. People tell me that, so I think I've achieved my life goal. It says summer after senior year, I will hopefully travel to New York City and to Atlanta, Georgia. I would also like to learn how to swim after school gets out. I have not learned how to swim. That is shameful. I need to learn how to swim. My plans after high school are to attend Jackson State University in Jackson, Mississippi, majoring in mass communications with an emphasis in public relations, which I did. Your girl got that degree in 2010. It says, advice from family and friends. Everyone mostly tells me to continue to stay true to myself and to always keep God first. Period. So these are like autographs from my classmates. Davita had a whole page, baby. She had a whole page. Ford, there's Ford right there. These are just like some senior portraits. It's all, this is the back. This was one of my senior pictures. I told y'all I used that copy machine, baby. That was my senior book. Shout out to the class of '06. I cannot wait to see everybody at the reunion, and you ain't even gotta ask. You didn't even gotta wonder. Y'all know I'm gonna vlog the entire weekend. We are kicking things off at M-Bar. We going back to the lake we went to for our senior picnic, I think. Then we're having a gala. Everything is themed after 106 and Park. and BET, because that was the culture back then. So I'm really excited. Thank y'all for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see y'all in the next one.